Welcome to our workout. Today, let's get in the chair and let's just do basic gentle stretches. The key though is gentle. We're going to hold it for a while. If you want some yoga zen, take some breaths with it. Allow your mind to feel what you're feeling, right? Okay, come with me. Ready, sit up nice and tall, belly button into spine. The parts that shouldn't be like protruding from your insides, use your pelvic floor muscles, lift them up. Let's go from here. So now we're gonna take our chest, pretend that somebody's reaching in front of us, pulling us gently, opening and down, right? That's a loving force, a loving pressure and touch. Take our ears, slide them back, keep our chin level with the ground, and hold there and just breathe. Let's start with our feet. Let's take our, lift our toes up, and just wiggle our toes. A lot of times they're just cramped into shoes, slippers. Often we tuck them underneath our chair. Some chairs we have to hold on with our toes for dear life. And let's go side to side with our feet. So we're trying to keep our knees from moving. I'm thinking of my feet like a window wipers on a car. Good. And let's bring our toes in and out. In and out. In and out. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders back. I wish you guys could be like the Gong Show with me, and every time I slouched, you just knocked me, well, I guess it's not the Gong Show if you're knocking me senseless. Let's relax our legs now. Let's bring your one foot out, slide it as far as our toes can stay on the ground, and then slide it back under us as far as we can go. Again, out, out, out. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Your toes are touching the floor first, your heels might be off the floor, and then back under. Keep your heel now on the floor. Put your pressure into your thigh if you need to. This should be gentle though. Let's go 2 more. And 1 more. All the way out and all the way back. Other foot, stretch, 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 stretch. And all the way back under. Keep your heel on the ground on the way in. Out, 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 out. Toe only is on the ground. Back in, sit up tall. Lift your elevator muscles. This feels like a workout today. I think I've been cramped. I think I've been one of those sitting in a chair, barely hanging on perhaps. I don't know. Good, let's go 2 and 1. And let's take our legs out to the side, just one leg. Pull your knee up to the ceiling, don't let it come in. Even you can think about it going behind you a little. So you feel a stretch in here, sitting up tall, lean sideways over. I want you to feel a stretch in your uppermost side body, as well as if you kind of hold down your thigh, maybe you'll get a little stretch in your hip joint there too. If I stop cutting the circulation off by the chair, I would like to get a little stretch in my inner thigh too, but I'm just feeling old chair. See if you can keep your toes on the ground. So we're feeling the stretch here. And now let's rotate our shoulders. If twisting is not allowed in your spine, then bring your leg closer, and then we're gonna hinge at the hips up. I look like I'm putting pressure on my thigh. I'm not. I don't want the pressure on my thigh because I don't want my knee overextended. So I'd like to try to keep our knees just bent, just slightly. And back, up, Come forward again. Bring that leg in. Bring the other one out. I need to slide my chair. I ran out of room. Okay, so keep your knee up toward the ceiling or even behind you. Try to get your toes on the ground. And we're gonna go sideways up and over. Hopefully you're not cramping here. If you're cramping, maybe you need to adjust yourself. Or maybe, I think I'd adjust myself. Scoot forward, scoot backwards, kind of rework it. Again, I'm not putting pressure, I just have a chunk muscle. That's something. We'll just pretend it's the bad lighting in this room and not really an honest, it looks like a face, an eye and a nose. I think Disneyland needs to open and I could use my imagination elsewhere. Okay, now we're going to take our shoulders, rotate it toward that leg and then hinge at the hip and come down. See if you could get your toes still on the ground. Good. It doesn't look like I'm doing anything, huh? This is pathetically a massive stretch, and in my head I was going, yeah, I'm really nailing it, and then I look up and it looks like I'm just sitting here. And back up. Now let's take our legs though. Take one straight forward, flex your foot towards your head, and now lean down, hinge at the hip if you can. Keep your knee bent if you need to. I want the back strong and long, belly to spine, and then come on down. So my knee is relatively bent. You're gonna feel maybe a stretch in your calf muscle down here or up in the back of your thigh. You might be feeling the chair cutting into your thigh. If you need to put your hands between your chair and your thigh, please do it. Relax that foot, come on back. Let's do the other leg. Slide forward if you need to. Flex your toe toward your head. Maybe start with the bent knee even. As you get your back straight, lean forward. As you relax into it, maybe you could straighten your knee. Again, a stretch here, a stretch here. For me, I'm trying to remember, broaden my chest, shine if I had a light at my chest, upward. So I'm feeling the stretch here, that's the bottom line. Good, coming back up. Let's cross our leg if you can, if it's in your realm. If not, maybe you could wiggle something else. I want to feel a stretch. The first way is kind of your thigh opening up and the outside going down toward the floor. When we were kids, well, I'm not going to tell you what we used to call it because apparently it's not correct anymore. So when you could cross both legs like this and sit on the floor, and there it's called crisscross applesauce. That's the only flexible thing I can do still, so I like to work it in. No, it's still really important to do crisscross applesauce. Tight motions to get, it kind of mimics getting in and out of a bed, a car. Now let's take that knee that's up on top and go across the body. Think about aiming toward the shoulders, sitting up tall. So you're getting the stretch in the outer hip muscle and maybe even down the side of your leg. Avoid putting the pressure though on your knee. You only want a gentle stretch. If it gets strong, it'll give you a big old pain in the behind like you got a shot. And it will stay with you for a long time. So keep the pain in the behind out of there. And let's bring this leg down. Pick up the other leg, cross it. We're aiming to sit up nice and tall. Bringing the outside of the leg closer to the floor. Lift your elevator muscles. This is such a nice song. It is very overplayed by 50 billion people that think that they are the perfect duet. But it seems like most people sound really good with it too. I'm not going to sing it to you. Allow my phone. Let's now bring our knee up toward the other shoulder. Sit up nice and tall. This is the shot in the behind if you're not careful. So we want to relax in there. Shoulders away from ears, no slouching. Boy, I almost sang to you. Let's bring our legs down now. Come forward, reach for me, belly into spine. Make sure you don't fall off your chair. Give yourself a giant hug. Round your spine down. Allow your elbows to come towards your thighs or on them. Chin into chest. As you come back up, open your arms all the way. Arch your back. And we're going the opposite way. Make sure you're breathing during this. It's a hard thing. Belly into spine, support your back. Come back, reach for me, hinge at your hips, give yourself a bear hug. Elbows down to thighs. Round your chin into your chest. Breathe. And let's come on back up. Keep your chin toward your chest as you come back up. Unwind up and over. Breathe, belly to spine, lift your elevator part. One more time. Big reach. Chin to chest. Coming back up, keep your chin into your chest. Reach back. Oh, that's probably my favorite today. Isn't that weird? And come on back up. Let's bring our chin down toward our chest. Hold there. Shoulders away from ears. Sit up nice and tall. And we're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Let's bring an ear down toward the shoulder. Now keep your shoulders down and your head's coming up and over. Tuck your chin in though. And you should be feeling it right on that side that's kind of the higher side. Shoulders down though, chin back. If you'd like, you could also kind of tilt your nose down toward the floor to feel a different part of that upper muscle. And let's hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on back up. Now let's reset our chin back and then shoulders down and then tilt the other way. Ear toward shoulder. Keep the chin tucked in. And then you could rotate and turn your nose down toward the ground a little bit. And let's hold there. Just breathe. Let's hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up. Let's take our hands and let's do little circles. If you want to do big circles around, I'm trying to unwind for my day. I put in 10 hours. So I am just ready to, my family's cooking downstairs. But if you want to turn it into cardio, by all means, let's go the other way, circles. Good. And now make a fist and then open it wide. Make a fist, open it wide. 3 more times. 2 more times. Last time. And just sit and relax. Feel the comfort of your body, the warmth that you've created, and putting some blood, some flexibility toward the muscles. I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to do something with you every day. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the likes, the comments, feedback, recommendation. It makes me super happy to know that I am doing something for someone else and not feeling useless as a physical therapist that's unemployed at this time. So from my open heart to yours, namaste.